Hi, I want to talk to you for a few minutes about stammering or stuttering. They mean the same thing. I've become known for something called the Spicer method, and I want to tell you how the Spicer method happened in the first place. I was on a training helping somebody else out, and they were curing a needle phobic on the stage. And the needle phobic came up on the stage and was brilliantly cured in a very short time. But when she was speaking to the audience about her experiences, she stammered pretty badly. And they sent her off with me in the lunch break to see if I could do something about it. And indeed, I could. In her case, it was really a breathing issue. And in a lot of stammering cases, it is. Now, there's a lot of talk about the fact that stammers and stutters aren't curable. And personally, I think that's really not very helpful, because I know a lot of people who I've helped either to stammer a lot less or to get rid of their stammers completely. But one of the myths about a stutter and a stammer is that every stutter and stammer is the same thing. There really isn't a one cure fits all for a stutter or a stammer, because actually behind that stutter or stammer is a human being with all the uniqueness and all the difference of any human being. And so the Spicer method isn't about one cure fits all. It's about being there with you as the stammerer and finding out what is going on particularly for you. Stammering and stuttering is really horrible for people who suffer from it, and my heart goes out to you if that's you. But I want you to know that there really is hope, because remember that this is your body and this is your mind and these are your chemicals. And once you start to be able to take some control of the way you're thinking, the way you're feeling and how you're using your body, then you can be sure to improve things at the very least. Breathing isn't always the issue. It often is part of what's causing a stammer. Some people who come to me who are complaining of stammering breathe very shallowly. And you know, your voice is supported by your breath. You do need some good breath to help your voice come out smoothly. But there's other things involved too. And I saw a little girl not so long ago who we fixed her stammer completely. And the way we did that was to teach her to listen. So it isn't just breathing. What had happened with her is that she'd been absolutely fine until her little sister was born. And her sister had such a loud, compelling voice that it sort of shut this little girl up. And she started to listen more to her sister than herself. And for some reason, this kicked off the stammer. Once she learned to listen to herself again, she found that she could speak absolutely fluently. Now that was really great, because in one short session, she was able to go from being quite a bad stammerer to speaking completely fluently. And I spoke to her family again not so long ago, and her fluent speech is now the way she speaks, and her stammer's a thing of the past. So we can certainly sometimes find just one little tweak, but sometimes it's a combination of things. Do you know, some people come to see me with a stammer that nobody knows about, because actually they never stammer. They're only stammering in here. But you know what, that can be really distressing too, and that deserves some looking at and thinking about and fixing too. The Spicer method is just a label for what I do, because my name is Laura Spicer, so my method is naturally the Spicer method. What I do is to work with physiology and psychology and chemistry, because when you bring all those things together, we've got a really good chance of helping you to become at least much more fluent very easily. And that's what I want it to be. I want it to be easy for you to be much more fluent. And then you can go from strength to strength. And I've seen so many people over the years. This is something that I still hear back from clients who phone me up and say, wow, you know, I'm doing public speaking now and I'm enjoying it so much. It's a wonderful thing to get more fluent. And if you want to come and try the Spicer method, what I'm going to be doing with you is something that I've never done with anybody else before, because I'm going to be working with you. And ultimately, I think that's really the right way to go about it, to take somebody as a single, unique human being and just check out what they're doing, compare it with somebody who speaks really fluently, and then pass on the strategies. So I'd be really happy to help you if you'd like some help with your stammer.